Nuclear missile ready. Nuclear missile ready.
I hope everybody is ready for some awesome StarCraft. This evening we do have Rookie versus Cyan, but before we get to that, I have a wonderful co-caster here, who I will let introduce himself.
Hey, I'm Xenodactyl. Yeah.
Sweet, and I am F equals MA. We're going to get started in just a second here. We might be waiting on one more person to join the party, perhaps. But I think I will go ahead and create this first lobby. Boop, boop, boop. Let's start there. Oh, I guess I have to wait for... let me send a quick message here. Yeah, so as I mentioned earlier, okay, actually, it looks like we're going to go to Eternal Empire.
Cool.
Yeah, so this is going to be a best of 9 between Cyan and Rookie. These are two top-tier players, one from Alpha X, newly joined, and the other from Brave Star Gaming. The first map here, actually, it looks like Mage went ahead and created it. We're going to be starting off on Eternal Empire. So that is where we're going to kick it off. After this, it'll be loser's choice to pick the next map. And once we've gone through the entire map pool, I believe then players can choose a map for a second time. But until it happens, I believe you cannot reselect a map that has already been played.
Sounds right.
I think let's check in with hey, we see some wonderful VIPs joining chat. How you doing there, Sushi? For those of you who have not yet done so, I would ask you at this time to go ahead and open up Matcherino. Take a little bit of time before we get into this first game. Let me go ahead and copy the link here. We should be able to... Oh, can I not copy and paste into chat? I may not be able to paste the link into chat for some reason. But there should be a thing tagged somewhere where you can go find the Matcherino page. There it is at the top of the chat pool. Go ahead and go to that link, type in that code, the APS170, and that adds some funds to the prize pool, absolutely free for you. You'll have to log in through Battle.net or Gmail or Facebook, whichever means you choose. But like I said, completely free to you, and it helps support our players and contribute to the prize pool. So it looks like players are just about ready to go here. All right. Here we go, hopping into this first game on Eternal Empire.
All right. Well, it's TVP.
Let's go ahead and introduce our players here. Spawning in the bottom left-hand side, representing Brave Star Gaming, is your blue Protoss player, Cyan.
And to the upper right has the red Terran. For Alpha X, it is Rookie.
So we got to see Rookie play relatively recently. I don't know as much about Cyan. I don't know if
Yeah.
standard
I didn't see anything from the Brave Star matches. I can't really shed a whole lot of light on that. I couldn't even remember what race he was.
Well, we'll get to see, I guess, as the game unfolds, what Cyan has in store for us. I think this building placement is really interesting. I'm wondering if there's a big plan. Is he going to finish putting like a core here to kind of funnel units to one side? It's become pretty popular to kind of, maybe put a wall here or even put a wall on this side, just to help deal with those Reapers. Probe's going to come over, scout, make sure there's no crazy proxy, do a little bit of damage to the SCV, and then try to delay the command center a little bit.
Yeah, just the usual song and dance of the opening probe and SCV. Gonna run away before that Reaper gets out. Oh wait, no, he's coming back a little.
Back in.
Oh, maybe he's just gonna tuck it in. Yeah, there we go.
Hide it in the corner so he can do some more scouting later. So this is a really small thing, but I really like this pylon placement that Cyan has. It's been a lot more popular recently. Like, I've seen it in more and more games where the Terran players will just drop a bunker behind the mineral line, and then it's this huge delay that Protoss players have to deal with, just like getting the Reaper.
I think this is actually for Stargate, though.
That's yeah.
I hear what you're saying, and I don't disagree with that, but I think the reason of his intent is he wants to hide a Stargate, where the Reaper is less likely to scout it.
That's fair. He does have the double gas, so I think I definitely am on par with you. And we've got a little proxy out of Cyan here.
That is not what I was expecting.
Okay, it is a Twilight Council, so you're right in terms of hiding some sort of tech back there.
Yeah. This is interesting. So I guess he wants to bring his Adept and shade it over to this shield battery, and like stall the mining at the natural for quite some time. Yeah,
and we've got 3 Adepts now. It is 3 Adepts, the magic number to one-shot SCVs. So it'll be interesting to see. I think if he makes any more, then maybe we'll see Glaives out of the Twilight. That's more of a Zerg build. Probably just the standard Blink, right? I think that's the first.
It could even be like...
Okay, well that's what it is. Dark Shrine, dropping down.
Yeah, I was about to say. Like, this kind of delay tactic that he's forcing is like... buys so much time for something like DTs, so that the scouting is going to be lackluster on the Terran side of things. And this Adept has been really annoying.
Yeah, I mean, this Adept not getting, picked off 2 kills, I think 1 Marine and 1 SCV in total.
Where is the Starport?
The Liberator.
Oh, there's no tech lab on it, so...
No, there's no Raven. He also does not have a whole lot of energy. He's got 1 command center that just got to 50. We'll see if he calls down a Mule. A little bit of a supply block here for Rookie. But we have this mine drop that's coming over. And this mine drop is going to see the DT shrine. Right. So it's going to boost in here. It's going to drop. It's going to get that information. See how many workers it picked up. 1, 2. So good defense by Cyan. And Rookie now realizing, okay, I've got to start my engineering bay. I'm going to start saving energy on my orbitals. Because there's a Dark Shrine and there's a Warp Prism heading over to my base.
Yeah.
Starport is building that tech lab now, so gonna try to get a Raven out as well. Now, only 2... Oh, go ahead.
He's just cut straight to the Archons, so that's kind of like respecting his opponent's scouting information.
Yeah, I think that's wise, right? He doesn't want to roll in there and like instantly lose all those DTs. So these Archons are going to get in here. They're going to circum some stuff, but we do have a Liberator popping on the backside. Immediate reaction from Cyan. Very good. Pulling back before losing a single worker. We got charge on the way.
Mine get nothing done as
Yeah.
the Adept are able to kill them in time.
Yeah, especially. 2 workers will go down to the Liberator. But these Archons are still over here. They're getting a little bit of work done here.
Yeah, they're kind of annoying. It's
Yeah, 3 total workers here. So, when all is said and done here, I think this definitely favored Cyan. We lost the Liberator. We lost both of the mines, as well as 1 extra worker. So, Cyan gonna happily take that 3rd base.
I also feel like this is a little bit designed to look scarier at first than it is ultimately, because the most similar build out of the Chinese Protoss scene, I think, is like DT charge lot all in with 8 gateways. So like maybe there was some hope that Rookie would react in an overly defensive fashion.
Sure,
and we
sure.
don't see a 3rd. He is actually going for 5 racks before taking a 3rd, so this is going to be a very committed counterattack that should be coming out soonish. And now that he has the Raven, 3 tanks, or a 4th one even, almost. Or yes, it's
gonna be definitely a strong push.
yeah. There's 1 at the natural 3 in the main, and then there's 1 almost done.
Yeah. Making sure that he has as many tanks as necessary. Turret's going down here. And here comes the push. Now the question is he gonna pull any boys? I don't think so. Yeah, they're staying home.
He never killed that Prism though, so there is the potential for a backstab as soon as Cyan catches wind of this move out.
Yeah, and I think there was an observer. It was just picked off, so Cyan does know that it's out there. This Prism gonna dive immediately in, drop himself. Okay, and the boys are joining the party a little bit late here. Cyan deciding I'm gonna go out and meet you halfway, kind of slow it down. I think that's a wise choice here. While keeping these zealots and doing some damage.
And now, aside from the Archons, there's not really AoE here.
Yeah.
But these Adepts are disrupting the tank shots. He is able to kind of get on top of this, but
that engagement, I think, not going the way that Cyan really wanted it to.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard there. So at this point,
he did get most of the SCVs at least, so it's not like bunkers are going to be starting in his face.
And there are no Ravens at this point, so if he warps in anything, and actually, Rookie having to drop a turret back there, these Marines are going to run up. I think this 3rd base is probably going to have to get sacrificed. Some D-Chinks slowly leapfrogging forward. And yeah, that clutch missile turret in the back going to help spot those DCs before they show up. Scans, there's a little bit of energy on these command centers, actually a lot of energy. And here come the Stim Marines. We've got Zealots charging in, Probes getting pulled here, but I don't think there's enough here for Cyan. I think this counterattack is too much.
Yeah, there's so many Marines, and Rookie is going to pick up the first game.
Very well done by Rookie. So first game is going to go to Rookie. That does mean that Cyan gets to choose the next one. The next map, that is. It looks like the choice is going to be Everdream.
How do you open this?
What bar is that?
It is the G Fuel energy formula. And I should have gotten scissors, I guess. Okay. Oh, no, it's an easy tear. I just can't don't need scissors. What am I talking about?
Well, speaking of G Fuel, do you want to tell folks a little bit about G Fuel?
Yeah. So. Oh, this is not what I was. right now, we'd like to give a shout out to G Fuel, the official drink of esports. Since 2004, G Fuel has been providing top gamers like PewDiePie and Dr. Disrespect with energy, focus, and endurance. They've just released their new flavor bubblegum. So take us a satisfying trip down flavor memory lane with this fantastical, whimsical taste bud extravaganza that will remind you of simpler times. Get the new flavor alone or in its limited edition collector's box. G Fuel adds to our prize pool for each of the quests completed, so be sure to go to matcherino.com to complete the G Fuel quest and support this event.
Nice. And with that, we'll hop into the game. We'll talk about what's on screen right now, but let's start off by introducing our players once again to those new people we have joining us. Spawning in the top right-hand side as your blue Protoss. From Bravestar Gaming, it is Cyan.
And mostly to the bottom right, or bottom left, as the red Terran. For Alpha X, it is Rookie.
So yeah, we got a little bit of proxy. This isn't all the way on the other side of the map, so it's curious. Like it's gonna, I guess, possibly get a Reaper over there a little bit faster. But I think the biggest thing it's gonna do is cause Cyan to panic a little bit, right? And actually, the Reaper's gonna come home.
I don't feel like this is the like. There are some proxies that are very scary, and this one is just a, hey, I put it out, it will get across the map slightly faster, and maybe I'll get a factory at home, and I'm just looking for an overreaction by opening slightly off.
Yeah, for sure. Nice little pylon placement there.
Yeah, it's kind of a SOS pylon. It obstructs the wall option, and oh yeah, okay, there is the shield battery that's going to go with it as well. I think this is actually wrong because this is not the proxy he thinks it is. If this were an actual, I don't know, 2 racks, like at his third, the shield batteries would definitely be worth it. But in this case, it's just going to force the SCV pull, and with some good micro, he's going to deal with the Zealot.
Yeah, I think only 1 SCV lost at the end of that, canceling 2 shield batteries as well as killing a pylon and that first probe. Def just going to come up here, but well, okay, actually with this other Zealot that walked across the map, he really did a lot to deny the supply depot for a moment.
Yeah, since the depot's not quite done yet. Okay, there it is now complete. The SCV will die, but the wall is up, and that's not gonna fall without some stalkers here. So it's gonna have to settle for just the forcing the CC to start on the high ground. And behind this, he has actually gotten the Stargate this time. He has the Phoenix out already, and he's banking some more.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. Rookie doesn't know about this. The Reaper has been at home the entire time, so he's just now going to find out about this. He doesn't actually know how many Phoenixes are already in existence. Currently just the one. I'm sure he has a feeling for it, though, right?
Sure.
Okay. Command center coming down, and this is, at this point, starting to look like a relatively, well, I was going to say standard game. We got a fair number of Phoenixes and Adepts coming across here.
I think we can say that it is standardizing, but yes, it is still a very aggressive game for the point that we are at. These Phoenixes are looking to get some damage. Good close on the wall. Okay, just gonna see that the tank is there and respect the threat of that, not wanting to sacrifice his Adepts.
Yeah, knowing the tank as well as the Cyclone plus a couple of Marines. Ooh, okay.
And he also doesn't have another pylon over here somewhere, so It's not like he's going to be warping in. Oh, hello, Oracle. Huh. I almost feel like he's playing a different matchup right now.
Yeah. You would think that he's going to come in and pick up some queens and then kill off a bunch of drones, but that's not quite what we're seeing here. But it's doing okay. He's going to have to leave, though. Oh, one Phoenix might fall. That Oracle barely survived. Do you have glaives coming down from...
okay. Kind of retro. It's like, it used to be a thing to make a bunch of Gladeps and a bunch of Phoenixes. Maybe you'd get an Oracle for some tag or stasis wards in the event of something scaries, but
no,
I haven't really seen it in a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we've seen it. Do have 3 more gateways in production on top of the 5 that currently exist. So we're gonna have 8 gateways here in a moment.
Wow. This is very committed to the 2 base timing. I don't think he intends to take a third anytime soon. This is a funny move out too. Yeah, so in the past, and I don't think it works this way anymore, but in the past, moving out against this style was like suicidal.
Very well done by Rookie, realizing that there's probably stasis ward there, stemming 1 Marine forward to trigger it.
I don't think Rookie knows what he's walking into, though. Okay, now he sees the Adepts.
Yeah.
That should... he can't really turn around either. Oh. I like
Oracle.
that.
Great lifts here, picking up all 3 of the tanks while the Adepts just go to town.
Cyan's gonna clean this up with relative ease.
Yeah. And at this point, you can just shade all these Adepts across the map and, like, you know, get some serious damage done to Rookie. I mean, Rookie's army at home, and he's building a couple bunkers. He's got a tank. He's got a couple Marauders. 2 tanks. There's one that was streaming home. But these Phoenixes have enough energy to start picking up more tanks. There's a lot of Adepts here. 1 siege tank in the back is going to kind of push them back a bit.
Okay, so I think with this wall, the Marauders and the tanks, Rookie has probably held, but I don't know how either of them really gets their next base up. It's like very high tempo for
yeah, Cyan is actually looking to do it right now, and yeah, there goes the 3rd base. He's gonna say he's banking up the minerals, and the probe is in position. So
yeah, I suppose he has complete map control right now. So
yeah.
I'm not sure what Rookie is. Okay, he is going to start his 3rd in the main, so I guess he's hoping to push Cyan off of this forward positioning eventually, and then float his 3rd over to the triangle 3rd.
Yeah, right here.
I like that he's spreading out his Phoenixes and just his Stargate units in general.
Yeah, just to get all that vision, I think that's super important to know. Okay, are there any drops coming? Are there Liberators coming? 1 lone SCV almost makes his way into the main, actually. Goes most of the way up the ramp.
Yeah, when you got a scout, you got a scout.
Yeah. Okay, he goes ahead and drops the scan to see what is coming. Doesn't quite see the Forge or the Twilight Council researching, but again, at this point, it's pretty safe to assume that upgrades are coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
This Phoenix is gonna poke it.
Are out. They're not doing anything though.
Yeah, we have a reactor coming on the factory. I wonder if he's gonna lift and move one of these barracks over. Oh, Adepts. Okay, it's like interesting. The bunkers went down, salvaged, and the Adepts shaded forward. I think the Adepts are gonna try to run back. bait a large portion of the army and not going to go ahead and finish, just going to continue running away. Tag going down on the army of Rookie. Scan from Rookie confirming the third base is up and getting mined from.
I feel like 3 of these adepts should be like shaded to the like other third location so that he can backstab if he gets pushed. But,
yeah, just kind of split the units up and be able to, like you said, backstab in the most opportune
he
time.
over there. That works too.
Yeah. And he's got a bunch of immortals and charge lots. I don't think he wants to fight the entire Terran army here.
Sure.
But it's enough to kind of force the Terran player to slowly come up. Okay, big shade into the natural. 3 workers have fallen, 5 workers at this point. These adepts are going to have to shade again soon here. Without the tanks, actually, these adepts are going to kill off all these bio units. I actually feel totally fine with them finishing.
The third is why, and with all the zealots clearing the tanks, and the adept shading over to join that army. This is not looking good for Rookie.
Yeah, that was very well done by Cyan there. Just fixed the overlay. My apologies. Apparently I had accidentally pressed the 2 key instead of 1. Just now realizing this one.
Or Prism is gonna bring in some more zealots. Another Archon morphing in the back line.
He does have. He does have 4 High Templar here. Storm just finished up, so if this bio overextends, he can go ahead and drop some nice storms. It is mostly Marauders, so not the juicy Marine hits, but here it comes. Okay, 1 okay storm. Nice big storm there. Big EMPs though. Still 1 High Templar.
Medevacs. So even if he struggles against the ghosts, like there's not a whole lot of healing energy here anymore, and with the reinforcements coming in, this is looking good for Cyan. I'd say he can probably win here, maybe.
Yeah, I think as long as he continues to warp in more zealots, yeah, he was cleared through the army and he was just about on top of the production of Rookie, and once it gets to that point, the Protoss player definitely is in the winning position. Very well done there by Cyan, picking up game number 2, which means it'll be Rookie's turn to choose the next map. So we're currently 1-1 in this series. Rookie taking the first game, Cyan taking the second. Looks like Nightshade is going to be the next map of choice. Looks like both players are ready here. Getting the drink finished, mixed up.
Yeah, well, I was mixing it earlier, and now I actually got to try the Raging Gummy Fish.
Ooh. Sounds like a pretty delicious flavor. For those of you who have not yet done so, take a look at the banner that's pinned to the top of the chat. Go head on over to that Matcherino, type in the code APS170, add 50 cents for free to the prize pool. Yeah, it helps show the players that you appreciate them taking some time to play in these events, and it lets us know that you enjoy these events and you're willing to go out of your way. Helps us kind of make sure that sponsors are aware, all right, they've got a good following, they've got people that are gonna take the product seriously and take a look at all the advertisements and whatnot. So let's go ahead and climb into this next game here. Currently the score is 1-1 and spawning in the top left-hand side of Nightshade, hot off of a pretty convincing victory at the end. That fight was pretty good. It is our blue Protoss player from Brave Star Gaming, Cyan.
And to the bottom right is the red Terran, trying to shake it up, but not quite going perhaps the way he intended. It is Alpha X's Rookie.
Yeah, I liked that opening out of Rookie, right? The pseudo fainted like proxy barracks, right? He never intended to do some sort of crazy all-in from it. It's just the, all right, I'm going to send my Reaper out a little bit faster, and I'm going to make you panic, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's one of my favorite options for Terran. I think the difficulty came when he tried to move out on the tank push.
Mm-hmm.
He was just fighting a composition I don't think he quite wanted to do that against.
Yeah, I think with it, you know, there are exactly 3 tanks, exactly 3 Phoenixes, and then
Right.
like, you know, yeah, like you said, the Adepts with the glaive was just, they were able to clean up all the Marines. Ooh, probe almost gonna die here. Gonna sneak out though. Great control by Cyan. Just delaying that command center a few seconds so that his Nexus is that much faster.
I think after seeing the first 2 games, I feel Cyan is kind of like a good representation of what I more or less expect out of a Chinese Protoss. A little bit on the aggressive end, some semblance of expected, but also some semblance of not as expected.
Sure. Right, you know, he's gonna open standard, but when he sees something kind of funky, he's like, all right, I'll try to drop a pylon and a couple batteries here.
Right.
The probe is still out on the map. It hasn't dropped any pylons yet. Reaper is going to make its way into the main, but an Adept is here to greet it. The Shade should finish and kill this Reaper here. There it goes, flying off into outer space.
Oh,
They let it finish. Yeah, I think that's fine. You know, it gets a little bit more vision. It gets to confirm. Okay, we do have a factory.
And he even gets an SCV.
Yeah.
And gets out. Ooh. Okay, he has a proxy pylon here, and he has 3 gateways.
Yeah. Rookie does see it. So Rookie is at least aware. This probe is going to fall. So no proxy gateway. So any warpins that do happen here will be slow warpins.
Yeah, the Hellion ran right by it and is trying to run in as well. There is a stalker there, however, so yes, it is barely big enough to block that.
Well, the stalker's, you know, a little on the chubby side. Eating too many Oreos,
Yeah.
I think.
Alright, we have he's still committed to a good number of Adepts here, and he's gonna look to gimp the natural economy.
First shot going on to the Marines, not quite powering down the Cyclone. Gonna go and shade out.
I don't feel like that quite got what he was looking for, but he did save 4 of the Adepts, so he can try again and get some.
Yeah, he traded 4 Adepts for 4 SCVs there. Not exactly what he was looking for, I think you're right. Twilight Council is coming down, and we're seeing the same Oracle, you know, first of Phoenix into some Oracles here.
I'm actually feeling good about Rookie's position right now.
Yeah. Been able to stay this off without taking too severe losses. He's got plenty of Marines to help deal with these if the Shade finishes.
Yeah, and Cyan is still committing to this. Oh, wait, no, those are stalkers.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of the stalkers, actually.
Yeah, Twilight Council finishes and nothing immediately being researched as a result. Okay, charge. Of course, as soon as I say that, charge does start up. +1 attack coming as well, so looks like that's going to be what Cyan's choosing to go for. Alright, here comes the first engagement. Phoenixes are picking up 2 of the Cyclones while the Adepts try to kill off the Marines, but there's a fair number of Marines here, and with the Vikings joining the party, those Phoenixes have to run away, one of them actually dying, and these Cyclones are going to finish off most of the units here, if not all of them. Okay, one Adept finishes its shade only to die moments later.
And he will be able to clear out this pylon as well, which means no more backstabs, and he can move across, move his third into position while he is potentially counterattacking.
Yeah, and I think this is like a really strong position for Rookie, right? I mean, his army is 38 to the I guess now 20 of Cyan with this most recent warp in.
Yeah, he has a good number of gateways finishing up though, as well as charge. But he has dealt with the Phoenixes, so the lifts on the factory units aren't going to be there this time, and he can just, at minimum, cancel this third.
Yeah, one lift coming out, doing a pretty good job of killing the tanks, but there's a lot. Well, okay, Charge Lot's doing a really great job of cleaning up all those Marines and forcing the Vikings to lift. And now this Phoenix is going to chase him off, so Charge Lot's picking off a lone tank here.
Huh. I
Good
guess
hold.
charge is still good.
Yeah. Second proxy pylon down to the left is going to warp in a huge batch of Zealots, and they're going to run up here, try to get some damage done with the counterattack.
Yeah. And they're running in. There's not a whole lot here. The bunker is going to fall. Wasn't quite able to get SCVs there in time, and the Zealots just chew through all the forces here, and I think that's game. Yeah.
Very great hold there by Cyan. I think this push from Rookie, I think he I don't know, perhaps he overextended a little bit, just like the first game.
Yeah, I think part of it was like there were still some Phoenixes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like he lands his Vikings because he's shy on infantry DPS, and then that means he has nothing to contest the Phoenixes that lift the tank. And maybe he just lost too many Marines in the process of dealing with the Adept pressure.
Yeah, well, and it was, you kind of mentioned that it was a little bit of an anti-timing, right? He was pushing right as charge finished, right as those gateways were finishing. +1 wasn't quite done yet, but it finished in time for the counter push. So I think that, unfortunately, all played in Cyan's favor.
Yeah.
So, well, we will be climbing into game number 4 here. This is going to be on Simulacrum. This is Rookie's choice.
Okay. I think this is a more defensive map, so that should help him, provided he doesn't like want to go for an early push of his own.
Yeah, I think so. Well, spawning in the bottom right-hand side of Simulacrum, it is your blue Protoss player, currently up 2-1 in this best of 9. Representing Brave Star Gaming, we have Cyan.
And to the top left, as the red Terran for Alpha X, give it up for Rookie.
I've been thinking about this, and I want to get like some sort of like soundtrack thing. Someone was telling me about this, where Fear Dragon did something like this for his chat, but get a thing where like, you know, it's a sound of people clapping the thunder sticks or whatever, you know, the big inflatable tubes.
Yeah.
Was it you that was telling me about the Fear Dragon thing?
Wasn't me, but I have heard of it.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, what he did is he made something so that if you typed in chat, for your player, right, if it was Rookie or Cyan, it would, like, I guess, add another instance of the things that would make it, like, net louder. So you could, like, actually, like, cheer for your team remotely, or your player remotely, so.
Yeah. I think with the whole, like, online presence of a lot of the tournaments this year, it's definitely the kind of thing that I can appreciate.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I don't think it's anything, like, oh, this would be the best feature ever, or anything like that, but it's
Right.
cute, right? It's like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We can still
It's
share.
not the way things should be, and we wish they were,
Of course.
while also, like, enjoying the fact that we're still able to have these events in some capacity.
Yeah, and I mean, there have been a lot of amazing events so far this year. Like, the StarCraft 2 has been popping off. Wardy's been doing a bunch of stuff. You got TSL 5. I saw, was it yesterday? It was Day 9 is coming back. Like, he's going to be doing some guest casting for TSL 5. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So, it was, I think in the thread they mentioned, he had been in all of the previous 4 TSLs, so they invited him back, and then I realized, like, yeah, okay, it has been several years since they've had a TSL. It was about the same time that Day 9 stopped contributing as much to the community.
Reaper gets in, and there's actually nothing here right now, so these probes have to be pulled until this sentry gets over here.
Yeah! The shaded adept not doing anything because it's stuck behind a wall, and another worker probably gonna fall here. 3 workers in total have fallen. This Reaper's getting way more damage than it should. Now, this isn't game-ending damage or anything like that.
But it's still obnoxious, especially when you're trying to put together a build. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Rookie doing an amazing job of harassing and, like, keeping stuff together. One stalker will be patrolling the wall here. Reaper's actually gonna is it gonna try to come up?
Okay.
So Reaper is committing. I think that means it should die? Question mark? Yeah, okay. Here.
Well, yeah. Maybe if it had kept going, then there may have been a chance, but definitely not if it... Oh, no, there's another stalker.
Yeah, there's another stalker in a sentry. So I think Rookie probably aware that if he tried to turn around and jump down, there's a good chance that the stalker is going to kill it anyway. Needed 3 more shots, so he's like, all right, well, I'll at least get the information. I need the information anyway, and I'd rather drop a mule than scan, so...
Yeah, we have a very standard build coming out of Cyan this time around. He's gotten his Blink, he's gotten his Robo, he's... Oh, just kidding.
He's gotten a proxy gateway.
Yeah! That's part of this. Okay, well, he sees the Cloak Banshee potential with the hallucination, and that's an important scout for him.
Yeah.
He looks like he still wants to expand, so it's just some pressure. Opener off of this extra gateway, perhaps? Well, actually, I say that, and his probe's going home.
Yeah, I wonder if it was like a feint.
I don't know.
Because he knows the Hellion was over there, right? The Hellion saw the first probe, I think killed the first probe, actually. This Banshee gonna hide over here. This Hellion on its last life here.
I like this decision. He's getting the 3rd base, and like, Rookie has decided that he just wants to harass the Protoss in the mid-game and at least get to 3 bases, at least get 1-1. Like,
oh my gosh. This Marine was gonna go scout it. Oh man, and it dies before seeing the other stalkers there. I don't know if that was intentional by Cyan, but if so, very well done to just conceal the other stalkers. Now we have a huge number of Blink stalkers getting ready to jump up here in the main. Observer giving them sight.
A tank in the back, but that can be sniped.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, that gets immediately picked off. There are a fair number of Marines here. Stalker's going to go ahead and focus fire, killing these Marines off, pulling back. Another tank going to reposition here. And I think that should force Cyan back, unless he blinks on top. Okay, boys are having to get pulled here. Marines are still doing some damage, but this is certainly getting a fair bit done. Banshee's home, but the Stalkers are just immediately going to start shooting. There's the Observer here, allowing them to shoot the cloaked Banshees as well. Stalker's going to go out, and eventually this does get forced home. And all in all, we had only a couple SCVs die there. 2 SCVs in total. Pass is going to continue at the front, though. SCV's getting up here to repair the bunker. And I think Rookie is helping this thing. Cyan has
I think he has. It's been very taxing, though. He's lost 2 tanks and some other things that he may have wanted.
Yeah, and actually, as the blinking continues here, looking at the supply, I'm now realizing that it's, well, okay, evening out as the tank gets up here to fight. Another tank joining the fray. Very close. Stalker's aggressive blink here to get on top of the tank. With these Marauders popping, though, I think these Stalkers are going to have to blink away to save their lives. Picking off one last Marine. Okay, 3 more coming up. This harass is relentless here. Now going to try to pick off the tech lab.
Add-ons, as you were saying, and at least Sim will complete, but oh man. I think he really would have liked to move his 3rd over, and these Stalkers have just been so painful.
Yeah, we do finally have 2 medevacs coming out, and like you said, Stim finishing with the Stalkers are just going to blink right back up. This Observer getting so much value here. Okay, Stim has finished. Going to start pushing these units back, killing a few of them, forcing the rest to blink away. He's lost 10 SCVs.
But he's lost like 28 Marines over the course of this. So, like, I don't, and with all the tanks that have fallen as well, he just doesn't have a whole lot to work with here.
Yeah. If we look at the army size tab, it has been, they've been trading. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to say this. I don't think he can blink up to the Hydra anymore. That many Marauders and Marines and medevacs.
Yeah. Okay. So he does at least have the Marauders now. So
and his tank's gonna go. Will cost 3 Stalkers here.
Yeah. So under normal circumstances, I would consider that not worth. But like in this case,
yeah.
By removing the tank, there's like, how do you push as Terran?
Yeah.
So,
and I think it's with your SCVs. That's how. Okay, no, they're just coming over to mine. I take that back. But
it just guts the counterattack. Okay, he will at least shut down the proxy positioning, and he is able to get on top of some of these Stalkers as well. So, the hemorrhaging of units has stopped. He has patched this wound, but behind this, the 4th is up for Cyan. He has a Colossus.
Yeah, I mean, he's up.
I'm sure he has charge.
Yes, charge finishing up just now. +2 starting up at this point. Thermal Lance about to finish as well. Okay.
This person can get a lot done. He does have the Raven, and it does have decent energy on it, so that can remove at least a Colossus from the equation. And he's... I mean, he has some tools, but... Oh, this is a lot of Zealots!
Okay, Stim Bio coming out. 1 Raven shot does take out 1 Colossus here, but the other Colossus still reigning supreme. Chargelots coming in. Stalkers trying to get what they can, but the Marauders are actually doing a good job. All of the tanks have fallen at this point, with more Chargelots coming in, and this Colossus still doing damage. The second one finally starting to get damage here. I think this is looking pretty bad for Rookie. Bio units still doing a little bit here. Okay.
Oh, he's killed all the gateway units, and with those gone, there's nothing to buffer for the Colossi. They're getting stuck on this rock here. But I don't think it's enough.
No, with this big warp in of stalkers here, I think Cyan has done it, not even having to pull any workers. He's going to lose Colossus there, overextending a bit. Going to pick off a couple units, but I think the Colossus is certainly more valuable.
It's something. He's at least, like, removed the threat of more Protoss aggression, but Cyan just takes his 5th base, and
So Rookie is transitioning over into that mine-heavy composition. Currently, no tanks.
Yeah, I
they've all
like
been
this
picked off.
for the charge slots. Like the mines and the marauders is going to be very annoying for the gateway heavy style that Cyan is presenting.
I definitely do agree. See a group of stalkers here. I think probably just waiting to see if like a medevac or liberator comes by. Cyan has great map vision here, right? He's got zealot. He's got more zealots at the top. He's got a pylon over here checking for this base. Observer in the middle. Fully aware of what is going on all over the map. This push is going to go right underneath that observer. Ooh, okay, pulling back. So Rookie scanning the top right to see, okay, is the base taken up there? In fact, the base is the bottom center instead of the top right. This observer, once again, to let Cyan know exactly what's happening. Stalker's gonna, shoot and then blink back. Oh, just outside. You hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Yeah.
Or if you're the Protoss player, you love to see it. I guess it's all perspective.
Sure. He even moves the observer right up there. And his Colossus and Archons are in a fantastic position.
Yeah, nice force field here.
Bile cannot get over, and the Vikings are going to start chipping away at one of the Colossi, but the Stalkers and Archons can shield the others, and this third is pushed off. The force fields are not quite tight, so the SCVs will escape, and the Bile is, I don't know if you want to extend down here.
Well, some really nice EMPs took out the shields on all of the Stalkers, and I think at this point, with the Vikings killing off the Colossus and all of the Marauders killing the Stalkers, it's looking okay, but the charge-offs come in, forcing the Vikings to land. Is there a prism? There is a prism over here warping in another round of units. I think with that, it is going to be GG. Cyan taking game number 4. That one was pretty back and forth. I think if there's no prism there, I think Rookie could have held, but it's still, he was so far behind in terms of the number of bases, right? He had to lift off his 3rd, meanwhile Cyan's taking his 5th, I think. So I think it's just a really hard game state to come back from. Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I felt like Rookie played really well given the pressure that he was under. Like, once he dealt with the pressure, he was able to make something of the quite a delay.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe, I don't know. Like, Cyan's done a really good job of mixing up the timings that he's putting on pressure. Like, this game, he actually didn't do anything abnormal for quite some time until finally he gets to this later part that is like, you're still developing a build, but it's not like you're establishing your natural, like we saw in the first game where there's this pylon and this shield battery behind his mineral line. It's like he's waited until the game is like some semblance of normality in relation to all the other games. And now he adds in this extra gateway and the Blink Stalkers.
For sure. Well, as we're climbing into this game, I do want to go ahead and give another shout out to one of our amazing sponsors. Same sponsor that you mentioned earlier, G Fuel. Speaking of G Fuel, how is that drink? You said you've been trying it.
Good. I like it.
And it was the pink something or other flavor. What was?
Raging Gummy Fish.
Raging Gummy Fish. Okay, well, definitely you're going to want to check out the Raging Gummy Fish as well as some of the other amazing flavors. I think they have a new let's see, a new flavor coming out. Yeah, to try out. It's a big old like kind of bubble gum. Is that the one that you're doing? Is Raging Gummy Fish separate from the bubblegum flavor?
I think it's separate.
Okay. Well, all sorts of amazing flavors coming out from G Fuel. They've been a huge help to the esports community. I think you mentioned earlier, PewDiePie, Dr. Disrespect. But it's definitely a drink that can help get you back in the game. It's something that hopefully Rookie has so that he can just like chug some of this, get the energy, go from like 0 to like 100 and get into the game. And I think we'll see. He's doing something here that might be able to do it. Let's hop into the game and take a look at our two players. Spawning here on the bottom left-hand side, once again as the blue Protoss for Bravestar Gaming, it is Cyan.
And to the top right is the Red Terran, opening again with the Proxy Rax. That is not a Proxy Rax. It is Alpha X's Rookie. It's actually kind of funny. Every time we do the ad for G Fuel, he likes to proxy this Rax.
Well, I think it's because these Reapers just get so amped up, right? Like they're just like, oh man, I gotta go! And then, firing off their rockets, jumping up hills. So definitely, Red Bull gives you wings. Perhaps G Fuel gives you rocket packs. Good old cliff jumping.
I see.
Yeah. Make sure to stay hydrated, friends. Get some G Fuel if you can. Check them out. Definitely amazing product. I need to actually finish ordering some. I was talking to Sushi the other day, so I need to put in an order there. Maybe I'll get some of that Raging Gummy Fish as well as the bubblegum flavor. And try to do a little A/B testing of the different flavors. Alright, well, Cyan here's got a little proxy of his own. He's got a robo coming down.
Ooh.
Now, Cyan didn't scout, right?
Yeah, actually, this is probably Parting's double proxy robo then, because that includes a no scout, and it includes the natural, and everything looks in that direction at the moment. Except I don't know where he's supposed to stick his second robo, and it should have gone down by now, I think.
I wonder if perhaps he's realizing that. Thank you for reminding me, Sushi. Go ahead and get this all set up here.
No, he actually started Warp Tech, which I missed. So, and the second robo would have gone down before that. So, I guess he'll add on 2 gateways, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna get Warp Gate, it seems strange to do it just for 1 gateway, right?
Yeah.
2 Depths gonna poke their head up, not finishing. They will see the factory with the tech lab.
1 gateway. Are we going to see another gateway? Yeah, okay. The other one is at proxy.
Proxy, yeah, for sure.
Alright, so he has the Immortal. He has a Prism on the way. It is similar to Parting's iteration, but this is with some more economy. It has a 4th gate as well. These Adepts and Sentry are curious too. It's like,
Yeah, okay. Prism gonna come up here. The Prism would be nice for like canceling lock-ons, right? As long as lock-on isn't on the Prism itself.
I would have liked to see a Starport from
Okay.
But he actually has a very high Rax count, so... Loses the tank with the help of the Immortal, but he is able to clean up the Adepts. The Immortal is moving over to the main. In the Prism, it doesn't have a lot of health left. It has the barrier for a moment there. The Marines might be able to get the Prism, but it is quite wounded, and is going to have to think twice about how it... oh, nice scan on the observer.
Getting the observer. Great eyes.
This is a lot of Adepts again. He does have some sentries here, and he picks up both Immortals. Oh my, this is very risky. Okay, he's gonna go that way instead. I thought he was gonna fly to the there are Marines there! There are Marines there! Okay,
Prism is going to fall there.
And he does get both tanks. Good close on the wall from Murphy. And his Marines can clean this up. I think he's held.
Yeah, looks like he's gotten it. Yeah, finished that off. Did lose a couple of workers there. If we look at the total, units lost, Protoss actually having lost a lot more with the 2 Immortals and the Prism going down there. So this is looking okay-ish for Rookie, but again, this is kind of something we ran into that one game. His tank count is like fairly low. He's back down to 1 tank again. So this Immortal just runs in there and pops the other tank. Okay. Colossus comes here, going to scare all of the Marines back. It is, of course, elucidated and will die quite quickly. Depth's going to go up here, not going to finish. I think if they'd gotten up past the wall, perhaps at that point he finishes, just because there's no units in the main. So that is like a bold risk, right? Because Cyan is not aware. Again.
And there's nothing in the main right now.
Yeah, and there are an Immortal and 2 Adepts here. They will be able to one-shot them.
It's not what you want against the Immortal.
Yeah, or the Adepts, really. Marines gonna go ahead and dish out the damage here. Prism gonna fly back. We look at the worker count. Cyan is still up. He's up 10 workers at this point. 6 workers did fall during all of that. I think there's the harass in the main as well as some Adepts killing stuff in the natural.
Yeah, he has a Rookie has a medevac and a Viking coming out, so he'll be able to heal his bio as well as pin something on that Prism. So while this has been really annoying, he's definitely stabilized. And Cyan definitely has to think about this third base. He does have the probe there. He has charge almost done. Actually, I say he should think about the third base, but it looks like he wants to make charge lots and try and sweep somehow.
Yeah, I mean, he's dropping pylons as though like he's posturing to take this base. Just about to hit 400 minerals.
He's mulling it over.
Yeah, focusing on the harass here, getting some Adepts in there to pick off a few more workers. Now this Viking is tagged on the War Prism. The Prism will die. It unloaded the Immortal who's waddling back home. And Rookie going for a little bit of push of his own. I don't know.
Stalkers are going to save the 2 HP.
Whew. I think this is really dangerous for Rookie. With the charge lots and the Immortals here.
Yeah, no, I don't think he should be moving out right now. If he knew that charge was done, I think he wouldn't be here. Okay, well, now he sees this. He sees the speed of the Zealots and the number of Zealots. He does turn tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with this decision. Uh-oh. Okay, the tank survives the charge lot.
Yeah, oh man. If it was the old charge lot, I'm not... How much health does this tank have? 31? Okay, well, these charge lots are making their way up. Cyan looking to force the issue here. Picking off the scouting Marine at the top. And he's got an observer here. He knows the positioning of this army.
I
don't think he can push into it.
Natural, though, as well.
This
pair of tanks And the bunker, that's going to be able to repel this as the bio comes back down, and Cyan does take his third base finally. Good scan for this observer, and with that he picks up 2 medevacs, and I think he wants to counter drop the main while he defends this next push. Does he have enough here left? Yes, I think. Probably.
Yeah, I think so. We do have a hallucination up there. And, oh, the Viking was patrolling up here, where the prism would have gone. But we'll have to see right now. There's nothing currently in this natural base of Cyan. These Marauders and Marines are going to fall, and they are going to stim, and they're going to start just massacring these workers. 4 units getting warped in, but quickly depowering that gateway and canceling the warp in. And now this hit squad is going to run up into the main. They're going to kill one of these, forcing the recall here. And I think at this point, Rookie could just pick up and fly home and be like happy with the damage that he dealt.
Yeah, I think this is the kind of move that he's needed in most of these games. So I hope that he adapts this idea in like future iterations. It may not look like this, but just this kind of like backstab while he's under pressure.
Oh, this is really nice. Going to be able to pick off the cybernetics core.
Possibly. These one spots, okay, he does get it, but he's kind of pinned now. Well, those are only Archons. They have stepping on.
Yeah. So the Viking in the top left will clean out the. Oh no, this medevac. Medevac is going to survive. I was going to say the Viking at the top did kill the Warp Prism. 2 Zealots popped out, but they were quickly killed off by the Marauders and Marines. If only Rookie had recall to save this medevac.
Well, it still is doing something. It's hitting these stalkers, and should these stalkers ever leave, then and provided he doesn't all army hotkey his medevac into.
Okay. Rookie does finally find the proxy here, kills it, and picks off the warp prism that was building. Looks like Cyan looking to push through the center of the map. Sending Zealots through one way, his army the other. Couple mines, thinking about walking up to that base.
The Marines saw the charge bots, so he knows that they're over there, and he's going to pursue those. Probably can't catch them unless they do things like that. But it opens up movement for this other force to occupy the center. He's considering attacking. I think he's just actually going to use the counterattack of a couple of Zealots, as he knows that the main force from the Terran is pushing into his third. This Archon is morphing, but it will not see the light of day. And this is a very strong push from Rookie. He has mines to protect him against the Zealot Archon. He has a decent amount of bio.
Yeah, I think this bio is going to survive it, and Rookie was able to pick off the attack that happened at his third base. Another round of Zealots is warping in, but it's not enough to kill off all these Marines and Marauders. Very well done, Rookie, picking up a second game in this series.
Yeah, I feel like these last 2 games from Rookie have been like, you can see his adaptations to who he's playing stylistically.
Mm-hmm.
He's like addressing that, hey, maybe a push on 2 bases is not quite what I want to do. Maybe I should look for something a little bit later. He's identifying the need to punish Cyan for having minimal defenses at home. And he's like adding in more Marauders and more mines so that he can deal with the charge lot heavy composition he's facing.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think adding in those mines, like you're saying, was huge in helping him kind of protect those tanks. And I think he also, yeah, doing those, like, the little drop, like, picking off things like the cybernetics core, just kind of, like, pulling Cyan's attention around. I think those are definitely things that contributed to him kind of stabilizing and getting into a good position where he could kind of win there. We're going to take a quick little break here, give our players a chance to get a breather, perhaps grab an energy beverage of their choice. And while we're doing this break, I would like all of you to go ahead and head on over to the Matcherino page. Let's actually do this real quick. If I open this up here, I should be able to move this up to the top. Change my display here. So you're going to head over to that Matcherino page. It is shown in the top of the chat box there. So head on over. You're going to copy the code. It's going to be APS170. You have to log in, and you're going to click on the contribute button. Then under coupon code, just paste that APX. I have already done it, so unfortunately it's going to give me an error saying, like, you've already contributed. So I've already used this code, but there are plenty more versions of that code for all of you. So please, during this slight intermission, head on over there, put this in, and it just it helps the players out, right? This money is going straight into the prize pool. And if you would like to go above and beyond, you can, of course, certainly make direct contributions and even fill out some of our sponsor quests, right? So for these sponsor quests, you can go in and, follow G Fuel. You can, retweet things. So there's a whole bunch of different options to support the players absolutely for free. Or you can go in and buy some of our Alpha X merch. Or I think probably one of the best value items is picking up the replay pack, right? You can get all of the replays from the series for $2. So you click on this, that money will go directly into the prize pool, will be split amongst the players. So be sure to do that. Support our players, support this event, and let us know that you value esports. All right, so at this point, looks like the players are starting to get ready. Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, one missing.
Brief intermission.
Almost.
So this next game is going to be on Golden Wall. That is the map that I believe, right? Yeah.
Cyan picked it.
That is the map that Cyan chose. So I'm wondering if he has some sort of build in mind for this. Every time I've seen this map played, it just turns into complete mess.
I think what we're going to see is a core first out of Cyan, and possibly a gold base as his natural.
Okay, I could see that.
Put on some pressure with an adept and or stalker, and and that's going to be how he establishes his gold base.
Sure.
I think. And then he'll follow it up with Blink, probably.
Okay.
But
I think that's a reasonable estimation on what we're going to see. Let's go ahead and get in here. I'm thinking about the last game that we cast on this map, and it was, I think, Nina versus Cuddlebear, and the players started actually in the same spawn for the Terran and Protoss, but ended up rotating all the way around the map with Nina in the top left and Cuddlebear in the bottom right. But that's not who we have here. Today, we have our blue Protoss player spawning in the bottom right-hand side of Golden Wall and representing Bravestar Gaming. It is Cyan.
And mirrored across the center as the red Terran for Alpha, it is Rookie.
So Cyan currently up 3-2 in this series. Rookie coming off of that last win. We'll see what Rookie has in store for trying to hold off on this map. This was Cyan's choice. So obviously Cyan has a plan, has something in mind. The real question is, how will Rookie deal with that? Or does he have something up his sleeve for this map as well? It's totally possible.
Yeah, that's possible. I can see. Well, I was gonna say Banshees, but because I was thinking of the airspace behind the bases, but then there's not really good pockets for the Banshees behind the mineral lines that they can hide. Well, there sort of is. I don't know.
Apologies with the camera there. I tried to box the mini map, and of course that just jumped down to the mini map itself. Yeah, this airspace down in the bottom side, walled off by those mineral patches. Of course, what the Xenodactyl is talking about. Cyan's Nexus is going to be a little bit faster than the command center. Of course, that's nothing out of the ordinary. Reaper going to find this probe and kill it off. Going to go check for a proxy pylon first, and then head on.
Appropriate, given the player. The probe did at least do the command center, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Cyan is aware. Okay, cool. We have a command center. Doesn't have to be too worried about some sort of one base all-in. Adept here. They get 1, 2, and if the shade catches it. Oof. Reaper getting out by the skin on its teeth. Well, we say that. We say that. Okay, still alive. The chronicles of this Reaper. Alright. So at this point, both players establishing their natural bases, getting set up. We should see, at this point, the Phoenix play. So you're right in that one player was going to go for air and try to abuse the airspace on this map.
Yeah. We see 2 racks here and not a starport yet. So I'm wondering what this is exactly, because he's getting a cyclone.
So here's something interesting that I kind of want to talk about. In both of these games, we've seen Cyan go for the Phoenix and then the Oracle, right? And I'm guessing that's to start banking energy up on this Phoenix, but then he goes back into Phoenixes. But it's interesting because I think it's much more common to make the Oracle first, is it not? And then you go hit with the Oracle, then while you're transitioning into Phoenix play.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Wonderment.
I mean, it definitely worked in a couple of the games that Cyan did it. So who am I to?
In PvZ, sometimes you see the Phoenix first because, it's so common to see Stargate, and then on top of that, you want to kill Overlords, and, deny scouting. And I've seen players, they get the Phoenix because their Stargate has already been scouted, so they open with it first.
Mm-hmm. So here's something interesting. That Reaper didn't see the Stargate, and it didn't see the fact that these mineral patches have been mined out. So Cyan actually going to fly across the map here with these Phoenixes and the one Oracle. And they're going to... Oh my gosh, the Phoenixes are going to hit these medevacs.
Oh my.
Oh, this is not great for Rookie. Immediately having to unload here. Although, okay. He is able to pick off the Oracle, and the medevacs have survived for now.
Yeah, but...
Oh my gosh. This medevac surviving 6 HP.
Well, he might get more, actually, with the... Yeah,
okay. So medevac does fall down to the one last Phoenix, but 2 Phoenixes die there. 1 to the Cyclone, 1 to the Marines. At this point, these Marines are kind of stranded, right? There currently is no other medevac. There is one in production. Little does Rookie know that he's going to get over here and like find a base, right? So this is like actually pretty good for Rookie. Well, okay, with all the adepts there, I take it back.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like, at least he gets confirmation that it is where he thinks it is. Because he did seem to be suspicious of that from, like, the way he was moving.
Yeah.
So good intuition on, like, where Cyan took the game.
Sure.
He is going to get this medevac to ferry the Marines to the proper side of the map. I guess it also heals them, so that's nice. That's nice.
Phoenix is gonna fly through, getting a full scout off on the base of Rookie, but yeah, it's learning that the push is coming as the push is coming.
Yeah. This, I guess you can call it a 2-1-1. Is gonna come over the top now, and there's a healthy adept force.
Charge is done. +1 is about to finish. Ooh, some nice force fields here. Archon getting in the mix too to pop some of those Marines.
Actually, those force fields bought a good bit of time for more charge slots, and these adepts are now able to go behind, but in spite of that, he finds great positioning.
Yeah, these tanks in an amazing position, just hit across the ledge, not going to get hit by the charge lots or the Archons. At this point, the Rookie can just kill both of these gateways, start kind of poking up here and there.
Yeah, he's gonna need to get a good bit done with this though, because there's not really a clear retreat path. As I say that, he's gonna deal with with like almost all of the adepts. So his reinforcements can join the fight, and his push is now sustained. So
that was amazingly good for Rookie, right? Those adepts finishing the shade in range of the siege tank, in sight of them as well. This is starting to look very good for Rookie. Okay, so Phoenix is coming out, lifting here, but immediately those Phoenixes are going to get powered down by the Marines, and the siege tanks are going to start moving forward to get in range of the Nexus. Chargelet's coming out. One Immortal is here, but there's just so much bio still, and the 3 tanks are completely fine. I think Rookie's done it. I think Rookie is tied up the series. We've got a couple more units trying to come down here. Siege tanks unsieging and slowly walking forward. But behind this, Rookie's has taken the gold base. He's mining happily. Chargelets do get on top of these siege tanks, more than getting on top of the Marines. But 18 workers have fallen thus far, and the supply is 68 to 149.
Yeah, and with these chokes for the bio, the Chargelets cannot do anything. Rookie is going to take this game as well.
Yeah, that started off looking really scary for Rookie when the Phoenix hit squad, ran into the medevacs, but Rookie able to kind of just immediately unload, pick off most of the Phoenix as well as the Oracle, just really turning that around.
Yeah, I think I'm feeling that there are 2 different things happening here. One is that Rookie really did a good job seizing an opportunity of like, oh, he's not prepared for this, so let me just hit this timing before he gets a healthy number of charge lots.
Sure.
But also, I feel like Cyan should have had a prism or a pylon somewhere that he can warp zealots on the other side of this, because his composition wants to flank and surround a tank bio force, right? So
yeah, totally.
He was so bunched into one direction of attack because he had no pylon, he had no prism over on that top side, that top panel, And
Oh, Xeno, are you in this game?
oh no, I didn't get a thingy. Uh-oh.
Okay, talking to Mage. I thought you were in the party. How did you...
I am in the party. It never gave me the thing.
Okay. Well, there's...
Game paused.
Okay, they're gonna pause. Yeah, okay, we are gonna go ahead and remake it. Nothing too crazy had happened yet. Oh. And quit out of that replay. I thought that it pulled party members into the game.
It does, usually.
Small indie gaming company.
There we go. Yeah, like I saw all of you guys turn red, and I thought like someone just was still in the games for some reason. I was like, wait.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're getting back into it now. Apologies to our players for the false start. My apologies for not noticing that you weren't in there. I should have been on top of that.
Oh, good.
So this is going to be on Purity and Industry, and I'm actually curious to see if they spawn in the same locations. Okay, they do. Okay, no worries. This map is slightly asymmetric, but...
yeah, I don't think that affects anything except cannon rushing, though.
That's true, but it's asymmetric in the scheming too, right? Because we've got right now. Well, I'll talk about spawning in the dark industry side of the map, the side of the map that has wraith icons painted on them, that has square missile system decals. Clearly, the Terran side of the map, it is your blue Protoss player. From Bravestar Gaming, it is Cyan.
And to the top side as the red Terran. For Alpha X, it is Rookie.
Yeah, it's interesting. Until recently, I think this is the second time now, so law of averages is working out. I think I had six or seven games in a row that I cast, and you can talk to Akintistas about this because he was casting both of them with me, where the Protoss always spawned on the Purity side, or the Purifier, and the Terran always spawned in the Industry side, so it was like this running joke. Unfortunately, the joke doesn't get to go anymore. But
yeah, that is kind of like what you expect in some sense. We are actually going to get a double racks opener from Rookie, so perhaps looking to put on some aggression. I don't know how I feel about this. It's like probably a Reaper based opener, but yeah, okay, there is a second Reaper.
Yeah.
And he hasn't taken another gas yet, so I think he still intends to expand. He's just putting on a healthy pressure with I don't know, 4 Reapers. Is that how many we make with?
Yeah, it's not like some sort of crazy 3 racks Reaper all in kind of thing. We do see the command center coming down. This first Reaper, what I would like to see is maybe the first Reaper to go alone and clear out the tower. Oh, okay, and that's exactly what he's going to do, leaving the second one behind. So Cyan is not aware of this. And now that he's actually got the tower, he can bring the other Reaper and is the third, possibly the fourth as well, along for the fight. The Adept will see it though.
Oh, we cannot lose that.
That's unfortunately pretty big. Oh, is he gonna lose the other one? Oh, okay, the Shade not following. Oh no, he's gonna lose another one.
They're all so low.
Yeah, all of the units in all of the places. Okay, the Adept.
Okay, he finally deals with the Adept, but that was expensive.
Yeah, and there's another Adept over here to deal with those Reapers if they try to come fight, right? It's going to be 3 Reapers at this point. Now, add-ons going on. We have a Tech Lab on one and a Reactor on the other. Important to note that this is a Reaper wall, right? So the only way to get into the main is the side of the ramp.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was expecting a Stargate opener given the short air distance, and he's actually gone straight for the Oracle. Seeing the Reapers, he knows that the Marine presence is not gonna be there, and
now 4 Marines are gonna pop as soon as he gets in here, so he's not gonna be able to stay here long. But he is gonna get a few workers. 1, 2, 3, maybe a 4th. Okay, now decided to go ahead and kill the Marines. And actually, as he kills these 4 Marines, he's going to be able to go back in, and there's still a little bit of energy here. He's going to get maybe 1 more worker on top. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. Ending with 6 workers. Now, these Reapers... Oh, Reaper's going to fall to the Adepts as well. Another Oracle coming in, knowing, okay, I killed off most of your Marines. I can come in here, power down these 3 as well. Now, 3 more are going to come out, 4 more actually, so this Adept is not long for this world. Going to tag a few things on its way out. Oh
really wants that on TV, but not going to get it.
Yeah, playing with fire there.
Factory does finally start, and I'm not liking Rookie's chances this game.
Yeah, I mean currently we're 41 workers to 29 with another Nexus on the way for Cyan.
Yeah, he does have a timing probably because he should have like a major spike on the 3 racks, so maybe he can do something then. But this Twilight is finishing, and if whatever upgrade he gets from there is he's getting Blink.
Okay. Well, I mean, Stalkers are good against Marines. You know, if he baits out a stim and then runs away. Okay, Oracle's coming in, gonna pick off 4 more workers.
Yeah, so I think the reason he's getting Blink is because he went for so many Oracles, so he doesn't have Phoenixes, right? So, like, his drop defense is lackluster, so therefore he's getting Blink. However, I feel like, based on what he's scouted, he's seen 3 racks. Like, the only way an attack can hit him is from the front until medevacs, which are a while away. So, I'm not sure if I agree with the Blink.
Well, I mean, so the factory is making a reactor here, likely going to swap with the Starport, so he's going to be able to make those medevacs 2 at a time.
Yeah, okay, this is fair actually. You do raise a good point that the 3 racks does have this like transition to drop play when they play it this way and switch like that. So I guess with the Oracles he is able to keep tabs on the army really well. So if there were to be a frontal assault, he can like go out to meet it with the Blink Stalkers instead. And like buy time for more warpins anyway, and his Blink is almost done, so he will have charge soon-ish. I like that Rookie has these Marines going ahead, trying to clear any stasis wards, but I don't know if I see this quick doing much. He does have to do something, but this is not the ramp he wants to attack up.
Yeah, with those 3 sentries there with so much energy. You know, this is kind of Cyan's. Oh, some great force fields trapping some Marines there. Pick it off, fighting just the ones that he wants to, blinking his Stalkers back as they get low. One Stalker does fall. This is the engage that Cyan wants, not the one that Rookie wants. I'm surprised Rookie didn't just load up and just fly into the main.
Yeah.
I mean, with the Blink Stalkers, that's kind of risky.
Damage isn't Oracle, but oh.
Okay, mine's gonna get in here. Nice blinks back to cancel out those mine shots. But with all these Stalkers showing up from behind, I'm gonna say this is looking kind of scary for Rookie. Rookie finishing his 3rd base now. but it's pretty far behind. I mean, the third base for Cyan has been up for quite some time. Templar Archives coming down for Cyan. So he's going again for, Charge, Archon, Immortal, just a very standard, robust army here. Oracle's going to come in and tag the army, confirm that there is a third base. He has an Adept scouting the other third base location, so... Cyan just, again, with really great map vision, right? Okay, here it goes. We do have a big load up, but then they see the Blink Stalkers and decide better of it.
Yeah, I was a little worried for a second looking at that. I'm like, are you sure you want to do that?
You should scan. You should scan. A little bit of Zealot run by. Coming up to the north here. Zealot's gonna find a few Marines and Marauders. Not gonna get too much, but there is a big engage happening on the other side. A lot of bio units going down, the rest of them getting picked up and fleeing away behind that force field. The Zealots are still alive, actually. 5 total workers going down. Medevac loading up. Gonna fly over, see the 4th base coming down from Cyan. Ooh, great feedbacks. And immediately kills all the mines before they get a chance to even get their shots off.
Yeah. I mean, Protoss is on 4 bases. Well, actually, he might get the cancel. That's something.
Yep.
But Storm is done. Or almost done, I should say.
Medevac has 1 HP.
There.
Okay, Medevac does go down. Oracle's tagging the other part of Rookie's army.
Yeah,
And go ahead.
He just had this, like, lead from the start of the game that I don't know how Rookie is supposed to catch up.
Yeah, it's a really strong position, right? The supply is, 167, 149. It's not huge, but, like, it's the tech, right? We're still on the Marine Marauder versus Storm. Actually, is Storm finished? Storm is not. Okay, yeah, Storm is finished. So we got Storm, Archon, Charge Lot, Immortal, +3 attack on the way, as well as +2 armor finishing up.
Okay, I think Rookie has decided that the correct play here is a 3 base all-in. He's added on a healthy number of racks, and I don't see, like, Liberators or Ghosts. Nothing that indicates late game. He's also not really taking gases at his 3rd base.
He's taking his 4th base. I mean, he already had the command center done, but...
Okay.
Ooh, great storms right on top of all the bio here.
I'm actually not sure what he's doing then.
I think you're right. Well, I think he was thinking about that. Okay, big push down here. Probably going to cancel this 4th base. Okay, maybe not. With the Blink Stalkers there, does have to fall back. But we do have an engagement here at the front. We've got plenty of Storms. We've got several Immortals and Archons here. Like you said, there are no Ghosts for the Terran player. Great Storms coming out. Feedbacking the Medevacs. All these workers are going to have to get in the fight. And I think this is the point where Cyan possibly just breaks Rookie. Prism is here, causing more warpins. Nothing here to kill that Prism, and that's going to be it. Rookie tapping out. Cyan picking up game number 7, taking him to match point.
Yeah, that one was kind of a painful game for Rookie.
Yeah.
Like, So, I understand that the map is uncomfortable, so there's some decision based off of the map to do something on the aggressive end. However, Reaper pathing on that map is a little bit one-directional, and we've seen Cyan go for the cliffside wall on all of these games.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like that was the right opener to bring to that map if you wanted to be aggressive.
That's a really interesting point. Yeah, because there's really only one way into the main there. But I guess if it had gone the other way, right? Instead of the Adept killing 2 Reapers, if he had managed to keep all 3 Reapers alive and kill the Adept, then he rolls up, regenerates all of his health before the next Adept comes out, presumably does the same, and then he's got 3 Reapers running train on the probes and the natural. Like, it's not going to win him the game, but I could certainly see it. I could see how he doesn't even have to go into the main, right?
Yeah.
He just delays mining at the natural while he takes his own.
Perhaps.
Of course, that's not how that game turned out, unfortunately, for Rookie. Rookie choosing the map and picking Eternal Empire. Now, this is the first map we played on, and Rookie did pick up the game on this map. So we'll have to see if Cyan can pull something different off. Speaking of Cyan, spawning in the top right-hand side of Eternal Empire and sending a pretty early probe, it is your blue Protoss player from Bravestar Gaming, Cyan.
And to the bottom left as the red Terran for Alpha X, it is Rookie. Yeah, this was incredibly early.
Before Pylon.
Yeah, I'm thinking Max Pack?
Well, he's dropping the gateway at home, so
okay.
Not quite going to be max packs. But I can see another gateway out here, right? Yeah, Pylon's coming down.
So, this is really early still.
Yeah.
Like, if we're comparing this against Turkey Dano's proxy gate, like, this gateway is gonna be... like, he hasn't even taken his gas yet. This is like... I don't know how to...
So I think this is very, like, Max Pax-esque.
Sure.
Except that he made the home gateway first. Right?
Is he getting gas steal?
What's that? Oh, yeah, they're just dancing around. Oh, yeah, there it goes, stealing the gas.
Okay, so that limits the options out of Rookie to tech. He's locked out of Banshees is the main thing that this does. I like this SCV checking, but he misses it.
This is it.
Like,
the thought was there.
Yeah, especially, it was the right idea, especially given the gas steal. But oh no, he thinks he's checked for it, but oh no.
Okay, we do have a stalker coming out. Shield battery. Okay. He's got to see it now, right? Okay, he knows.
Yeah.
Sees. Oh my gosh, my bunker's on the wrong side. Kills the probe. The stalker's gonna come out.
Is actually kind of huge because if the probe had survived, it could have dropped tech at this same proxy location, which is really annoying.
Oh, forcing a cancel actually. Not even gonna try to finish that.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Given how late he realized what exactly was coming and the fact that his bunker is not actually helpful. It does kind of protect his ramp, but this wall is not complete. These stalkers can just walk up here. The bunker on the high ground is not done either. And he will leave his bunker in order to engage the stalkers. SCVs have to be pulled, and the stalkers retreat to the shield that is barely to regen, and...
Picking up another Marine there, too.
Yeah, with another stalker popping out. And the Nexus going down for the Protoss. This is very uncomfortable for Rookie. He does have the bunker on the high ground and is able to fill that. His add-on is going to complete the wall now. So, with the mine, I don't think there's a way for Cyan to break him, but I don't see how he takes his natural very quickly. Like, yes, he has his CC almost done, but he doesn't really have a way to push these stalkers off this position.
Yeah. Now he did NG Bay block the Nexus, so at least he knows that he's delayed. Ooh, okay, mine shot. Picking off one of the stalkers and retreating back. Gonna get repaired. Maybe not. Oh, the Adept gonna come in and actually get on top of the. Oh. Thought it was gonna stand on top of the.
It gives him vision to get this.
Yeah, supply depot.
Thank you. Words are hard sometimes. Gonna get the. Okay. Well, the mine is still alive after all of that, surprisingly.
Yeah. So, somehow, some way.
Has to build another supply depot since he lost the other one.
Yeah.
Gonna replace the one he lost in position as well. There are 3 stalkers here. A 4th one will be out soonish, but he has like done enough damage to the stalkers that they're gonna retreat for the time being. And here comes the drop. It has a mine, and the rest of the cargo space is filled with Marines. Blink is almost done though, so if he catches wind of this, he can deal with it relatively easily.
Hallucinated Phoenix is not going to see it.
Yeah, just barely misses that. That's pretty good for Rookie, though. There are 2 stalkers in the main already, or the mineral line of the natural. So I think. Well, the Marine Force. Yeah, okay. He is gonna have to back up. Hey! Keep going.
Boost. Not quite off cooldown yet.
He does clear the pylon and is able to land his CC in the natural. His mules have been dropped. The tank is going to repel the 4 stalkers from. Actually, there's 2 of them. Deal with the stalkers, and the mine drop is gonna get picked off by these stalkers. Good awareness of retreat paths.
Yeah.
To
well done by
clean
Cyan.
3rd base going down for the Protoss, and robotics bay nearly complete.
Yeah, so do you think it's going to be Disruptors or Colossus? Okay, we got Colossus coming out. So I guess you don't get to answer.
Yeah, well, this is. I think the Colossus is a very standard, like transition from that position.
Yeah, I think with the Marine count as it was, I think it's very makes a lot of sense, right?
Yeah.
That sustained splash damage. Thermal Lance coming down as well.
We are seeing a healthy tank count, so I think he's gonna want to counterattack. He does have 5 racks again, so maybe he can find some opening. I don't know though. Charge is almost done. It should be done by the time the Terran gets across the map.
Scan going down. Scan through the Colossus in the 3rd base. And that's actually going to prompt Rookie to go ahead and run.
Yeah. I do think he needs to go, but I'm not sure it. Like, this may
does
be
he
like,
have enough? Right?
Yeah. These stalkers are so annoying, buying time, forcing sieges, causing the Marines to chase. Since the backstab is also an issue.
Yeah, that's curious. He does have an observer in position. I'm surprised he didn't run that way and then blink in the main, and then if the army didn't come back, just recall out. He does recall these stalkers home to the 3rd base.
Spreading his colossi a little bit, getting some sentries so that he can just going to move his Colossus Sentry Force to 1 ramp and the Stalkers to repel a drop. Sees the direction of the push, he runs out to meet it, has some force fields to choke this up a little bit. He doesn't have a whole lot of gateway presence with this force field, so he loses a Colossus in the midst of all that. I think that was an overextension for our Protoss, and the tanks are now able to advance with the Marines here. He is able to clean the Zealots and clear just about everything.
Yeah, great focus firing with the siege tanks, deciding to go straight for the Colossus since the charge lots were going to get on top of the tanks.
Yeah, he only has 2 tanks left though, so while this is nicely positioned, he has to be careful. There is a Colossus and there are gateway units.
Okay, we do have a string of boys getting pulled here. The SCVs joining the fight here. Charge lots coming over from the backside, actually try to flank this one siege tank. They are not going to pick off that tank while the main army does get in on top of the first one. The Colossus goes down. There's a fair bit of bio here as well as these SCVs. One more Colossus is in the fray here along with that Archon. And 2 shield batteries are here to keep those units alive for a bit. Another warping of Zealots. Now the tank on the low ground not doing anything for this fight. 15 SCVs did fall there as they ran into the gaping maw of the Colossus. Oh, these charge lots are going to go ahead and finish off. Oh, I think actually the other siege tank killed his friend there. A little bit unfortunate for Rookie. Continuing to stream units across here, though.
Yeah, that tank has put a timer on that third, and it should fall as the Colossus is also in danger. It will retreat now as there is nothing to defend.
Tank is so low. I'd like to see Rookie call down a mule or something to
I know,
it.
right? Does it not just bother you looking at?
Yeah. Like the charge lots just like click on it. Okay. Good positioning here. Slowly trying to leapfrog forward.
High Templar could breathe on it and it would fall apart.
Yeah, and of course it does die to that Archon. Colossi doing some great damage. The Viking does fall here. All of the gateway units pretty much have gone down now. Another round of warpins finishing up, and with that, these 2 Colossi should be more than enough to push this army back a little bit.
There's a tank joining back up though, so
That's true.
he's retreated to a safe enough distance, shall we say, where the reinforcements of the gateway and the robo cannot, well, Blink can get there.
Okay.
Charge can get there. They are pretty fast.
Yeah, a couple units are going to die on this retreat. Rookie at this point, I guess Rookie's thinking, all right, I killed his third, so we're even on bases. Is that? You're looking like the income.
Yeah.
It has pretty much, equalized. And if Rookie lifts his main and lands at the third,
well,
I guess.
He's down 18 workers.
Yeah.
He still needs to find some damage since he sacrificed those SCVs in order to save the tank. Well, I don't think that was his plan, but it lined up that way, where he was able to save the tank for a hot second. He does have the Vikings, so he can contest the Colossi.
Stalker's actually going to lead the army here to pick off those Vikings because they are a little faster. Have to blink back though. Observer will get scanned down. Alright, here comes the fight. Stalker's going to try to pick off focus fire down all those Vikings. Most of the Vikings have fallen, but one of the Colossus will die. At this point, there's, again, not a lot of gateway units here. And Rookie's just going to kind of run over that Colossus and force these Stalkers to blink away.
With the Marauder count as well, the Stalkers are not the unit you want. And,
Okay. A little bit of a zealot counterattack does get cleaned up here, but we do have these tanks getting pushed. We do have these tanks getting pushed back by the Colossus and the charge lots. So once they siege, this army is going to have to be very careful. very scrappy game. Like both players playing extraordinarily tenaciously. Rookie realizing that his life in this match is on the line. Ooh, one Viking does get picked off to the Blink Stalkers. All these medevacs are pretty much out of energy except for the 2 new ones. Now we do have 3 tanks in total, 2 more tanks running up. And Rookie's gonna deny this base once again. Yeah, after killing most of the army here. Now in production, we only have 2 charge lots getting made, and Cyan getting forced out of it.
That was really scrappy.
Yeah, I think very well played by Rookie. Just kind of like clawing his way back, you know, tooth and nail in that game. Yeah. So that will take us into the last game. Cyan, once again, calling Everdream, so we're literally just looping, you know. Rookie choosing Eternal again, and then the follow-up, Cyan picking Everdream. And yeah, definitely want to give people a shout out one more time. Check out that Match Arena page. Go in there, type in the code APS170 to add 50 cents to the prize pool. Go ahead and try to do some of the extra bonus things on there as well. See if you can get some more money in the prize pool for these players. If I go ahead and punch this in, it looks like you know, the prize pool still could use some love. There's still plenty of codes to redeem, so please, please, please head on in there and help make sure these players know that they are appreciated. Yeah, and if you do want to go so far as to buy the replay pack, that the $2 there will go directly into the prize pool, and you'll get all 9 of these games. So definitely a good value for this series. All right, well, match point, game 9. Both players at 4 wins, spawning in the bottom left-hand side of Everdream. His map choice, it is your blue Protoss player from Bravestar Gaming, Cyan.
And to the top right, clawing his way out of what was a very aggressive opener from his opponent, is the red Terran. From Alpha X, it is Rookie.
Both players opening relatively standard, don't have any proxy or pseudo partial proxy, anything like that.
Yeah, I think neither of them wants to risk it on last game.
Yeah.
At least not in the first opening moves. Maybe they'll risk it later.
Sure. The openings so far have been standard. Now we'll see if this probe decides to do anything sketchy. I'm imagining it won't. I'm just gonna flee. Gonna try to delay that. Ooh, was going to delay it, but this probe actually getting stuck here. Now that it's down to 1 HP, it's not gonna be able to delay this much at all. Ooh. Yeah, make a big arc. Okay, probe is gonna survive. Rookie almost picking up a free worker kill at the beginning. And his command center not delayed at all, so very well done.
Adept starting at home, Reaper going to look for that probe, but I don't think it's gonna find it.
Yeah. Now it's heading on over to the main.
First Adept is out, second one behind it, so maybe this is a Stargate opener, just based on how he's played so far today.
Yeah, I think that would make sense. It's, you know, tried and true, done it several times and had it work out pretty well.
Right.
Though I,
gateways, no tech
yeah.
yet. I'm thinking this is like Nightshade, where he did go Stargate, but he opened with, was it Nightshade? Where he opened with a pylon, and yeah, he just like kept putting on pressure with the Adepts.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got his Stargate slightly later. So where is that probe? Yes, there is.
Depth in the main. Gonna pick off 2 workers there. Not too shabby.
So he does have that pylon at the 3rd base again, and he's cleared the Reaper, so his Adepts can go across, his Stargate goes down behind all of this, and he's going to look to put on pressure on that natural, perhaps dive on factory unit if he gets a chance, but it's actually a mine this time, and I think that may not be the type of thing he wants to commit into, so I think in terms of the tech selection, this is a little bit better for Rookie this time around if we're comparing against Nightshade.
Yeah, especially, well, okay, but he is loading up the 2 mines, and he's going to send them across here to try to do some damage, so they're not going to be at home to help against these Adepts.
Yeah, okay,
We do have a bunker.
I guess he didn't know what he was facing, and this is not the scenario I was envisioning when I said that.
Yeah. Okay, Shade's gonna come in here. SCV's getting pulled pretty quick. Again, these Adepts are just gonna be able to tear through all of the Marines and just deny mining here for quite some time. Actually choosing to back out. Okay, mines are gonna pick off 6. Ooh, okay, just gonna get a 7th worker here. Oh, not even getting it. It gets canceled as the worker goes into the assimilator.
Yeah, but I think 6.
6 is definitely more. Like, yeah, it should have been 2, right?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So.
It's like it's something. It's something.
There are quite a few Marines here.
Make up with the depths, and they're going to shade right on to this bunker. Well, actually, I say that, and they didn't actually kill very much there.
Yeah, they're going to down killing a few workers here. And I think sitting behind the mineral line is the right call, right? Like, these Adepts can do a lot of damage to the Marines as long as they're not inside of a bunker. At this point, he's picked up 7, 8, not quite getting a 9th worker there. And behind this, he's taken his 3rd base.
14 SCVs have fallen over the course of this Adept harass, and we see he has some Phoenixes, he has his Oracle, he has his Forge and his Twilight, and he's adding on those gateways. So by the time Rookie wants to move out and put on some aggression, he will have some tools to hold a push. So it's going to come down to the engagements again. He still has to deal with this pylon, otherwise it's going to be annoying. Oracle and Phoenix is flying in. They don't actually go for anything. That mineral line was quite exposed.
Yeah, I think perhaps what Cyan is, Sai is like, hey, there's no army at the front. That means you're moving out. Maybe I want to save this energy for the defense.
Ah, yeah. That makes sense. Finds the army, tags it.
Yeah.
There's 4 Phoenixes here. There's no, oh, there are mines, though. So, I was gonna say there are no tanks for him to lift on this next fight, but there are the mines that he will want to remove from the equation, if possible.
Yeah, charge is about to finish, as well as +1 armor. I mean, those are 2 upgrades that I think Cyan would really like to have before this engagement. And
yeah.
if it delays at all, they're gonna finish. Charge 9, 8, 7. Yeah, it's gonna be finishing momentarily here. I think Cyan just holds back and waits for this to finish. Okay, it does finish, and now he goes in. Yeah, there we go.
This is some good positioning, though. He lifts the mines.
Very well done here. These charge lots are just chasing down the bio, but with Stim, Marines, and Medevacs, it's going to be very hard for them to kill all this stuff before dying themselves. Another big round of Zealots coming in. Nice force field trapping some of these units in. Phoenix coming in, picking up a lot of the Marauders here, and then deciding to focus down the Medevacs.
His Marine count is dwindling though, so the Phoenixes are able to lift the Marauders, and with that, that may be the end of this push.
Yeah, a nice big mine hit there, picking up a couple Phoenixes, but I think we have held. I think the fact that +1 armor finished partway through that fight as well definitely helped Cyan. You know, those Zealots just staying alive a little bit longer to take another hack and slash or two into the bio units. Third base going to get delayed here slightly at the cost of a Phoenix. Another SCV on the way does finish it up.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right about his decision to save his energy in that earlier moment.
Oh yeah.
Definitely came in handy here, where
that is
he
for
needed
sure
the
the kind of play
and,
that I would not have done. I would have like, oh cool,
Yeah,
empty
right,
mineral
right.
line, let me just go to town, and then I would just lose to the attack.
Right.
That's why these players are amazing professional players, and we are not. Alright, so a couple medevacs getting loaded up with Marauders and Marines and some mines. Gonna head on up to the third base. And actually, okay, not gonna see a probe the probe in position to take the fourth. Scanning down the observer through middle. He does find that probe. We've got a big, not big, but we do have a Zealot warp in, kind of a little backstab in position to head out. It will run into some Marines and Marauders, and we do have 3 medevacs boosting into the main. They will find an Archon and 4 Zealots. They should have more than enough to kill this, especially with these mines. Oh, the mines doing a little bit of damage. You know, friendly fire here. Phoenix are going to go ahead and pick off all of these medevacs, though.
The Zealots are counterattacking, but he doesn't really have what he needs here. Even still, Phoenixes are starting to die off. I feel like he's trying to defend this with Warpins. Okay, he will, eventually.
Yeah, and you know, while he was doing that, like you said, this attack on the other side with the Zealots is able to pick off 10 workers. So, looking at the income, it's, you know, in favor of Cyan a little bit right now, with the 64 workers to the 49. Of course, Terran does have mules, so that kind of balances things slightly. 4 mines here are going to go right over this 4th base. The Phoenix gonna fly in here, find them, pick up all of the mines, and kill them before they get a shot off. And kill. Oh!
Yeah.
Okay, he missed one. Does get 7 workers there. Another medevac drop here into the main. Powering down some pylons. Gonna actually change his attention and focus down the Templar Archives. Stop all of the High Templar from coming in. And again, while he does that, Rookie's gonna push up to this 3rd base. 2 mines gonna burrow at the bottom of the ramp here. Okay, just right at the base.
This is some great multi-prong coming out of Rookie.
Yeah. He's gonna lose both of those mines. Doesn't quite get the cancel here. Scans to see, is there an observer over me? Okay, I guess not. Rookie moving across with another hit squad of bio units. Scanning all over the place, making sure that there are no observers. Everything gonna load up into these 4 medevacs. There's a lot of Zealots and Stalkers in the main. With another round of Warpins, I think this could go very well for... Oh my gosh, he's going to lose one of the medevacs. Okay, doesn't quite go down. Those Stalkers will all die. These Charge Zealots going to run in, Mines burrowing just now, and the mine shot actually gonna do, I think, more damage to the bio than it did to the Zealots. Zealots gonna run up here, but there's nothing to answer this hit squad in the main base of Cyan.
Yeah, the majority of the Protoss force was clearing out the attack that was coming over the top, and as a result, he is able to inflict some critical damage on the main base infrastructure. However, now with the next wave of Warpins and the Zealots coming back, he's able to clean that up, but this opens up another push at the 4th, and that's gonna fall. The Archon's recall there, but the 4th is lost already.
Yeah, I think all these units could just load up into the medevacs even. Choosing to stim run away.
And maybe he doesn't want to with the Archons there. I'm not sure.
I think he's more afraid of the Phoenixes, not knowing where those were. But they are actually over here fighting the other army. They are going to pick off most of those.
I'm thinking about, I think he was busy with microing his other...
Yeah, there are a lot of things happening on all sides of this map. Both players having to multitask at a crazy rate.
The 4th base for the Terran is now moving into position. And still staying on this Myonic composition, splitting his forces again.
So, upgrades at this point definitely in favor of Cyan, right? He's got +3 armor done, +3 attack on the way, and he's starting to get his shield upgrades, whereas Terran is finished 2-2 and doesn't really have the next set of upgrades on the way. Another multi-pronged attack here from Cyan. Zealots at the 3rd, while Zealots running into the 4th, and the main army actually joining up here at the 3rd base. A lot of these bio forces were down chasing stuff at the bottom, and he's gonna force the pickup here.
Yeah, Doomdrop headed into the main base, however, so this is getting really scrappy again. Sizable bio forces at the top of this ramp, more or less. Phoenix is picking up the mines, and he does have overwhelming numbers to push in as the Protoss, but the Terran is eating his main and gonna progress into the natural as well.
Yeah, recall not off cooldown. Recall just now coming off the cooldown. We'll see. I don't know a lot of stuff on this ramp. A lot of Archons very low on armor here. They're going to start dropping here, but all of the workers have fallen for Rookie. Does force a recall here, taking most of these units home. The Rookie just going to pick up and fly away. I think this is favoring Cyan, though. I mean, he lost a lot of stuff in his main, but he has the economy to rebuild, right?
Yeah. Sitting on 51 workers to the 17 of the Terran. He has some infrastructure to rebuild, sure, but he can produce Colossi. He can, at 2 at a time, in fact.
Yeah.
He just needs to drop a couple pylons, get 2 gateways back, and then, like, the base he lost isn't even the mining base, right? So,
Correct. Yeah.
His 4th is up still. He takes another base, a fresh one, and the timer is on Rookie. He has to get something done because his economy is in shambles. I just don't know how he does that.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a nice start. He has the mines to secure his position on this 4th base. His Marauder Marine Force can engage and retreat. The mine... Oh, those Phoenixes dragging the mine shots over the bio. Gonna allow him to dislodge this position from the Terran. However, the drop has gone into the main again. Not finding a whole lot, actually, as there are some forces there to greet it. However, on the retreat, they are going to capture this base. I don't think things are going to be able to get there in time. However, the Protoss force on the top side is... Well, okay, that's disengaging as the...
Yeah, I think that's wise as Cyan. He doesn't need to like push into the base. He doesn't know if there's a bunch of mines anywhere. There's an observer near that army. But you know, at this point, he's got a pylon scouting. He's like, all right, cool. You don't have this base. I know you don't have this base up here because I have a prism there. I think Cyan just knows, all right, I'm up in bases. I don't need to do anything risky, get caught out of position, especially with, well, I guess recall is back up now, but...
Yeah, he's sending the 2 zealots to the 3rd as the prism flies into the main. Really obnoxious. Okay, he does clear the first 2. And Rookie has decided to make another attack at this 4th, but the majority of the Protoss forces here.
Yeah.
A bit of an engagement, but I think he's gonna hold all the same.
Cyan actually going for a Dark Shrine at this point. I think that's actually a pretty smart idea, right? You know your opponent is starving, and so that means they're going to be calling mules down pretty much as soon as they can. So they're not going to have scans. You know your opponent doesn't have any ravens, so if it gets to that point, like they'll be able to just walk some DTs in and clean up a lot of these workers. Rookie has slowly, you know, started catching up in the worker count, but he's just so far behind on bases. Now he could lift up his natural and he could lift up his main and try to take 2 other bases. And actually it looks like he's just gonna build one on site at the high yield gas. Skirmish at the top.
Get an Archon actually between the 2 of them. So that's something. I definitely agree with what you were saying about the DTs. In these like low eco situations where one side just doesn't have what they would have liked, DTs can be very strong. Also, like, he already has Storm and Colossi, so, well, actually there's a force coming at this natural, and this is doing considerable damage. The Terran is, just has more stuff at this location. The army has to recall home. It doesn't, it's not really able to get on top of the Terran, and the Terran just rotates over. Good feedback, but not actually killing anything. And unload at the 4th. Okay, I think this is the kind of move Rookie needed.
Yeah. Rookie doing
He's not out of the woods,
yeah,
but having recovered mostly on the economy and then retaliating with a pretty sizable gimp to the Protoss's eco.
And now the only mining base from Cyan is this base that's got 4 mineral patches at it, right? So like it doesn't matter that Cyan is ahead in the worker count. He has to long distance mine from this base, and he doesn't have the money to throw down a Nexus. He actually has to kill a gateway to free out one of his Archons. Bio gonna pick up.
He's up in army supply too, so like this has been a fantastic recovery from the Red Terran.
Great job picking up 5 more workers too with the squad at the top. Okay. Rookie's starting to drop a few workers at the top there. I think, you know, he was fighting on the 2 fronts. Probably needed to be a little bit faster to disengage with both of those armies. You know, he doesn't want to fight an actual like engagement here. You know, with the tech in favor of the Protoss player, he's got the Colossus, he's got the Archons and the Immortals. Like the Bio really wants to just be like doing a little bit of damage and like running back. Pick up a unit or 2, pick up a Nexus, run away. Cancel coming down here. Okay, now he's trying to collapse in, but there's not quite enough units here with all these Colossi. Actually, there are a fair number of Marauders, but there's some Archons and Immortals in the mix too with those 3 Colossi, so a little bit of an overextension there by Rookie, I think.
Yeah, he had a good like multiple direction, like surround-ish fight, but I think he was just a little bit shy on his total bio, and I don't think he saw the immortal until like it dealt a considerable amount of damage.
But I think it's important to note that like Rookie can do this, right? He's almost playing like a Zerg player with like throwing away cheaper units, taking like bad quote unquote trades, but he's ahead in economy, right? He's got more workers. He's got 2 bases that are mining. His income tab shows him like way in the lead. So I think he's okay saying, yeah, I will take some losses as long as I keep your Colossus count down, as long as I keep your Archon count down, and as long as I keep denying you from getting that base.
Yeah, on top of that, he's mostly caught up on upgrades, which has been one of the main things that Cyan has had over him for the course of this game, and as they reach the max upgrade, like it evens out more. This may not be the way he wants. Yeah, losing a number of mines off the bat there. He has only 2 Vikings, so this doesn't really help him.
Yep. Thermal Lance coming in handy there. A lot of Bionies loading up into these medevacs here. 4 medevacs heading over. They are going to go right underneath one observer, as well as past a second observer.
He scanned for this, but
We've been talking about this all game. Like, Cyan just has great map vision. Like, if I switch over to the Cyan cam, like, he can see everything, right? He's got, like, 6 observers out on the map, plus a pylon over there at that base. So he knows that this Doom Drop is coming into his main.
Yeah. I think it makes it more impressive how much Rookie has done in spite of all that knowledge.
Yeah.
He's the DT. He's gonna pick that off. But it will give the DT does give at least some warning to this force out front, and the Colossus and Archons are able to rotate down.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier. The command center at the Natural did pick up and fly down to take another mining base on the we'll call it maybe the 4 o'clock position for Rookie.
Sure.
I think
He engages the Colossus again, but deciding the better part of Valor.
discretion.
He does have another force higher up, but his bottom half is getting surrounded, and this is...
But he's coming in for the flank, actually. He picks off 2 of these Colossi pretty quickly. There's only 1 Colossus remaining, and he's now crushing down on top. And that's going to do it. Rookie takes game number 9.
That was a little bit of, like, bait and surround.
Yeah, that was really well done. That looked scary until it wasn't scary anymore. Right?
Yeah. Excellent closer.
Yeah, very well done by Rookie. Rookie is going to go ahead and pick up the series 5-4. Thank you to both of our players. That was an amazing and wonderful game to end on. Could not have asked for a better series. While we're here, gonna remind everybody one last time, go ahead, head on over to the Matcherino page, type in that code. It really does, like, all of the money goes to the players, so make sure that that prize pool gets a little bit bigger so that they can feel appreciated for the time they've put here. If you want all 9 of these games, definitely drop the $2 to get the pack, and then you can go on and try to do some of the other contributions as well. Yeah, any final thoughts, Zeno?
I just really like seeing Rookie evolve throughout the series to play against Cyan. Like, he opened the series with these very aggressive 2-base pushes and realized that wasn't really working so well in spite of Cyan's aggressive style, and he falls back into this, like, harass, multi-prong. Like he develops it, he plays with it, tests a couple different things out. He tries banshees, and eventually finds, hey, medevacs are pretty good, and adds the mines, the marauders, so that he has a composition that can deal with the charge lots and the gateway force, and beautifully executed games.
Yeah, there were several times that game where it looked like Rookie was just dead, but then he kind of like was able to multitask his way back into it, right? Just like, I'm gonna keep you distracted while I like go take this other base and try to catch up in workers, and like making those trades kind of, even though he was losing more money, right? He was trading a lot of units. He was keeping the Colossus count low and stuff in that last game.
Those last 2 games were really things looked bleak, both of those games, at one point or another. And he showed some great resilience, good ability to identify what advantages he had and what he could leverage against his opponent.
Yeah. So I definitely do want to give a huge shout out, not only to the players, so thank you to both players. We have Cyan and Rookie, but we also have Senten donating, making a donation here, a donation of 100 balloons as well. So thank you for that. That is the Africa TV currency. So huge shout out to Senten for that. Much appreciated. And thank you to our admins, Sushi, Mage, like all the people who helped put together this series. And thank you to you, the fans, for stopping by, hanging out, spending your evening or morning, whatever time it is, wherever you are, with us. And thank you, Zeno, for co-casting this with me.
Hey, you put the stream together. You did all the observing. That's the hard stuff, right?
Well, I would happily do it again with you at any time. I think with that, we are pretty much over here. Just one last time, please head on over to that Matcherino. Just click on that contribute thing. Type in that code, absolutely free to you, and all of that money does go to the prize pool. Yeah, thanks to those of you who have donated, especially Senten, who donated all those balloons. All right, well, with that, I will let everybody head off on their the rest of their day or night. Stay safe, everyone, and we will catch you next time with some more amazing games on this stream, as well as the other places that you can find all of Alpha X's wonderful content. Have a great night.